It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The Blues Origin jerseys will be auctioned off after tonight's game to raise money for a Singleton family who lost 3 children in a house fire. 6-year-old twins Matilda and Scarlett, along with their brother Blake, were killed in the fire. Their mother and 8-year-old sister survived. Blues captain Boyd Cordner was so affected by the tragedy he had to do something. Singleton Greyhounds rugby league coach Paul Larkham has told Macquarie Radio it means a lot to the community.
The whole rugby league community and the gesture from the New South Wales Blues, mate, it's amazing. It's to open their hearts up to such a tragedy to such a small country town.
The search continues for the driver of a Suzuki Vitara which crashed into a power pole at New Lambton this morning, snapping it in two. Emergency services raced to Russell Road just after 4 a.m, but the driver had fled by the time they arrived and remains missing despite an extensive search of the area. Russell Road has now been reopened to traffic. However, Ausgrid says around 50 residents will be without power until about 10:30 while repairs are completed. Police say it appears a faulty electrical appliance may be to blame for a fire which destroyed a shed at Cessnock last night. Fire crews from Cessnock and Bellbird were called to a home on Yilgarn Avenue at about 6:45 to find a fibro and iron shed at the rear of the property well alight. It's taken about 20 minutes to extinguish the blaze. Crews remained on scene until 8 o'clock, extinguishing hotspots. No one was injured in the fire. A controversial high-rise development at Nelson Bay has been approved despite concerns from residents. Port Stephens councillors last night gave the green light to the 9-storey tower featuring 60 units, commercial space and 3 levels of basement parking. However, the Tomaree Ratepayers and Residents Association says the development is too high and will block the views of existing residents. The association also doubts whether the high-rise will draw more permanent residents to the bay. Community information sessions are being held across Port Stephens as council works to identify the projects residents want to see prioritised. IPART's decision to block a rate increase for the area means council can no longer afford the $130 million worth of infrastructure proposed under the special rate variation. Mayor Ryan Palmer says council is seeking feedback to inform its plans for the next financial year.
We'll be holding sessions in all 3 of our wards, and we'll be holding 2 sessions in each of those. And if anyone wanted to find out where they are and the times and the dates for those, if they head to the Port Stephens Council website, they'll be able to see and come along to those information sessions.
Important koala habitat adjacent to the Mambo wetlands at Port Stephens, which was sold off by the state government, has now been officially returned to public ownership. Councillors last night voted to accept the transfer of 7 lots at Salamander Bay, allowing the land to be retained as community land. There was community uproar in 2016 when the land was sold to a developer for $250,000. The state government bought it back last month for $420,000.
2NURFM Sport.
Mitchell Pearce is ready to make his much-anticipated State of Origin comeback in tonight's decider in Sydney. Knights teammate and Queensland fullback Kalen Ponga has told Fox Sports his team will need to be aggressive with Pearce when he has the ball in hand.
I think you just got to be really aggressive with Pearcey. Like, if you're defending him, get in his face and don't give him time with the ball. That's what he wants. That's his cup of tea, really, is playing around with the defence. So if you can just rush him and make him play before he wants to or anything like that, that's how I'd probably go at it.
Knights centre Jesse Ramian says he wants to minimise his errors as his team looks to maintain their position in the top 8. Newcastle will host a struggling Bulldogs side at McDonald Jones Stadium on Friday night, and Ramian says it'll be a good opportunity to tighten up his game.
If you're outside back and your stuff doesn't come off, I suppose it's going to lead to an error, but that's definitely something I need to work on.
And NPL side Charlestown City will change its name to Charlestown Azzurri for the 2020 Northern New South Wales NPL season. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 15, 35, 17, 31, 22, 10 and 9, and the supplementaries are 45 and 14. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.